But sounds like Mike is on frequency now. K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100 in Fresno.
And 711.
And KK6TYO 1009.
Hi, Ron. We hear you in there.
Hello, Aaron, and hello, John.
Hello, Ron. I don't hear Mike, though.
He's got the radio on now. He's probably still getting stuff set up. Actually, he's probably turning the antenna. K6USY.
Hello, you chirpers.
Hi, Mike.
DTU. Hello, Michael.
Hi, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
I hear 800 and I hear 712. Was that 800 I heard?
WA6AJ727.
Okay, I got 727. I got 285. I hear you, Jim. Hang on a second. We got a bunch of local guys checking in over here in the area. Let me get everybody written down. Did I hear Bill in here? 800. Are you in here, Bill?
Bill is not here all week. Over.
Roger. Okay. I don't know who was Kerry talking to.
711. 1009.
And 1079 and Bozo 1100.
I was talking to you, Michael, KC5DTU.
Yeah, good evening, Kerry. Yes, I hear you. KC5DTU. We've been missing you. You been okay?
Roger, trying to sort out power supply problems and doing some things for my son-in-law. He ended up having some back surgery.
Oh, boy. Okay. Well, it sounds like you got the power supply working. Yeah, the other day, every time we get 2 words out of you, and you'd go away, and I knew you were fighting that. So, was it a power supply that's just dying on you?
Well, I'm pretty sure that I know what was going on. I was running solar, and I got a heater that's running off of it also, and I hadn't got enough sun to give me enough current, so I'm running off a power supply here tonight.
Yeah, okay, very good. Sounds good. You're good and strong. And Judy said we got 3 things from you today. We haven't looked at them yet, but she's seen them come in. We'll try to get to at least one of them tonight. And let's see, Mike. Let's see. You and I were talking about something that has kind of come up. Big time stuff going on today on the news with all the stuff about Israel and the Gaza Strip and Netanyahu visiting, and oh boy, stuff going on there. Trump's got some great plans to rebuild Gaza into an industrial park and also a little bit of homes, but mostly for industry, and make homes in other areas. I guess he's got quite a few of the other nations around there, Jordan and other close-in places that are willing to give up a little property to make a little town for some of the 1.2 Palestinians that are sort of out of houses that were living in Gaza. Anyway, Gaza's a mess, obviously, and it's going to take a while to get that cleaned up. But Trump's chomping at the bit to do that. He's a construction guy. He can't wait to get into Gaza. He said, we own it. We want to take it. We'll give it back when we're done or something. I don't know. He's funny. But he's so excited about doing Gaza over again and making it pretty for the people, making Gaza the Riviera of the area over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, when you get around to today's emails, a lot of interesting stuff there. I'm sure you'll be pleased.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. We're probably keeping up with some of it, but some of it's new. Boy, this U.S. aid thing, what a boondoggle that is. And man, oh man, has that got the other side pissed off because he's shut down all the money going to that boondoggle U.S. aid thing. Holy cow, what a bunch of crap. We didn't know anything about that.
That's a Bozo Net, a cash cow for the Democrats and some of the rhinos.
Yeah, boy, oh boy, what a deal. Anyway, Mike, your comments on that, WA6AAJ, go ahead.
Roger. Yeah, I was listening to some of that stuff. Definitely got a lot of exposing going on, over.
Oh, brother, that's the biggest understatement of the day. All right, we got Jim over there in the Bay Area. Let me catch Jim in here. He wants to get back in the house where it's warm, probably. It's raining here lightly. I think we've probably had a quarter of an inch of rain so far. I don't know, but best rain we've had in a long time here. WB6JNN, K6MYC. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay, Mike. I'll keep it short for you, and you can get back to the... Jose 285, and yeah, it's been raining off and on here. There's obviously stuff north of me here in the San Francisco region and so forth. It wasn't too bad here. Had a few downpours and quite a bit of wind, but it wasn't. It was probably up to 30 miles an hour or so. They got a lot better, worse than that up near San Francisco. So I guess I consider myself fortunate that I was on the edge of K6MYC, WB6JNN.
Yeah, WB6JNN, K6MYC. Yeah, good downpours everywhere. I guess, as you said, up in San Francisco, I think you said, raining pretty hard up there. And we've had nothing downpours here. It started to rain about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 3:30, something like that. And it gave me a couple of warning shots with a couple of drizzles, and then it would stop, and then it would start again. I was out trying to do the last of my logging. I've been cutting up a bunch of logs that have been down on the ground in the front of the property for quite some time. I finally got them all cut today, but I just still don't have my wagon to pick them up with yet. So I brought a lot of them back with the side-by-side, but not all. So we've got a little bit of wood up there that's going to be wet by this rain, but I stacked it so at least it'll shield some of its dryness, and it'll dry out pretty fast. It's really solid log sections that will take a long time to get wet. They might get wet on the surface, but they'll dry out pretty quick. Anyway, that was my chore for today, along with trying to get some banking done.
KC5DTU.
Go ahead again, Kerry.
Mike, are you still around? I'm gonna get you to run up to 2 meters and see if this thing is working on 2 meters.
Yeah, at the end of the net, I could do that very quickly, sure.
I was gonna let you continue. I was asking AAJ.
Oh, that Mike. Okay, Mike, can you go over to 2 meters with Kerry for a few minutes?
I can. What frequency, Kerry?
We're 2 meter.
Probably 144, 240.
That's affirmative.
Okay, there you go, Mike. We'll see you when you get back. Good luck with that. I'm sure it's going to work, but good to hear you back, Kerry, and I'm glad you got the power supply thing sort of worked out there. KC5DTU, WA6AAJ, Let's see, K6 Mexico, Italy is in here. John, anything from your side?
All good here.
All but here, okay. And Aaron's in here. Yeah, I just walked in. I didn't have anything turned on out here, but I guess you had already changed it. As soon as I turned the receiver on, or the transceiver on, you must have changed it over on to 1296, Aaron, over.
Yes, sir. I was waiting here, ready to pull the trigger. So, yeah, John and I were talking on frequency, and I was going to say carry going over to 2 meters is a good idea because the 9700 doesn't pull as much power. Putting out the 10 watts on 1296, it pulls a lot more power when you're on 2 meters. So hopefully that test is successful. K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100 is putting kids to bed.
Okay.
SR number 432.
And there's 432, whoever he is.
Yeah, I hear Carrie and Mike talking on 2, so it's working.
Okay, good evening, Rob. I'm raining at your house, no doubt. And did you get all your stuff taken out of the area to get covered up before the rain came?
Yeah, pretty much. I went out this morning and filled up another trailer load of wood. So I've got 2 trailer loads stacked up next to the house. So that should last us a few weeks, I think. And been working on getting this water heater all ready to go. Got a lot of stuff to get out. The hose had to string out from a different water source when I turned the house water off, and had to string up some power for some lights in there, and get all my fittings put together and ready to go. Over.
Yeah, okay, very good. What are you going to do with your water system?
Well, the second water heater I went out on quite some time ago. Just didn't want the water start up because I heard it popping, so there was calcium buildup in there. And we don't really use it very much, so I let it go. But Candy's going to want to use the downstairs shower, so I'm going to have to get that thing going. So that's what I've been working on. Over.
Yeah, okay, good deal. Hopefully that won't turn into a nightmare.
Hopefully not. What happened is the valve that shuts the water off to the water heater is broken, doesn't want to work right, so I've got to take all that apart. So I think I've got to unsweat it because if I cut it off, it'll be too close to the wall where it comes out.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, don't burn the wall down while you're sweating it back together.
Roger on that. I got water there, and I'm going to build a little platform with metal underneath it, so I should be good to go.
Yeah, okay, good deal. We didn't get outside much today, except I did go up on the hill, as I said, about 1 o'clock. I worked from about 1 to 3, cutting that wood, and then I brought a lot of it back to the wood barn and unpacked it. But by the time I got in the house, it was almost 4, if not 4 o'clock. Boy, it was dark. And it was raining on me pretty good, too. I got wet coming in. But not that bad. It wasn't raining hard. It was just really light drizzle. But if you let it on the seat, which can't absorb it, it gets a wet seat in the ATV pretty quickly. Luckily, I had a big towel in there, so I didn't get a wet butt. Hi. All right, let's see. We are pointed toward the Bay Area, and let's see who else we might have in here from any direction. This is K6MYC Bozo Net 1296. Over.
K6MYC, KD6 SOK.
TY 11009.
Okay, I hear you, Fred, and somebody else as well. Let's take you, Fred. KD6SOK, not real strong tonight. I'll try to peek on you. KD6SOK 507, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, Mike, boy, it sure rained hard today. I was up in Putney on our Kansas Avenue. It's windy right now. I got about an inch of rain in my rain gauge, so I don't know what you got down there, but it was pouring several locations, pretty intense.
Yeah, I'm having a little trouble copying. It's really funny, choppy fading on you there. So go slowly and repeat what you said about your rain. Over.
Okay, yeah, it was raining pretty hard today. Got about an inch of rain, Mike, over.
Oh, about an inch of rain. Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, you guys are still getting more rain than we got. It didn't start here till about 3 And I don't think I've got even a half inch of rain here yet. It's raining intermittently here. Stopped for a while around 6, and then it started again about 7:30 here as I came out to the barn. It's raining lightly, but very lightly. I have a rain jacket on, but it just I probably didn't get hit with more than 50 raindrops coming out here. So it's raining, but it ain't making any waves. Hi. Good evening to you, Fred. Thanks very much for coming in here. Take it another one, and then we'll see who else was in here. KD6 SOK in Cupertino, K6MYC with a hiccup 0.
Very good, Mike. Yeah, okay. Yeah, here's kind of steady. The band is not as great as it could, not as good as it could be, but it's probably the weather you've been getting, and the wind's going to affect it so as well. But okay, I'll let you go. Have a great evening, and talk to you later. KD6 SOK. 73, Mike.
Yeah, okay, very good, Fred, and we'll see you Thursday. Everything should hold together for you. There's been some wind here, did a little bit of minor unraveling of some tarps I had and stuff like that, but nothing major. But it was an annoying wind coming from a very odd direction. So I had to retie and put a new tarp on one spot, but other than that, no biggie. And it's not raining, it's not blowing now. The wind just came up before the storm even came in here with the rain, it blew. But now that it's raining, there's no wind, so that's always good. Thank you for coming in, Fred. Good to hear you, and we'll see you on Thursday, I think. And KD6SOK, K6MYC. Who else in the Bay Area, please?
KT5, BTU.
Kilowatt 6, Whiskey India Sugar.
Oh, okay, very good, Paul. Hang on just a second, Paul. We've got another local that was running some checks on 2 meters. Stand by a second. KC5, go ahead. We heard Rob said you were working on 2 meters.
Roger. Also, Mike wanted me to let you know he's going to go down and try and get the guys down south, and he'll be back up.
Okay, well, we'll keep an eye out for him, hopefully. I can hear Mike no matter where he is, so he just has to call in when he comes back there. Very good, Kerry. All right.
Thanks for the break, KC5, DTU.
Okay, which of the blogs that you sent, do you have a heading that would be the first one that we should watch tonight? We probably aren't going to have time for more than one. Over.
I think we know. Try that one. There's a lot. He put out a lot of stuff today.
Okay, is there a heading? How many? Judy said you had 3 things that you'd sent. So is it 2 of them or X22 and 1 and we know?
That's affirmative.
Okay, very good. So we'll go for the end we know tonight. Hopefully it's not too disturbing. Judy has trouble when she watches some of those that are so disturbing, but this one sounds like it's just good news. And she has trouble going to sleep afterwards. So we'll get inside real quick like and do it early, so she has time to unwind after a mile. Thanks, Kerry. Appreciate your effort. Glad to know that you've got the power supply thing sorted out there. KC5DTU, K6MYC.
KC5DTU.
Okay. Now, Paul, over to you. K6 Whiskey India Sugar. Pretty good backscatter signal tonight. Over.
Good evening, Mike. K6NYC in the group, K6WIS. We got good propagation on the downstairs right now. You're peaking S5, 5x5. You started off with an S3, sometimes fading down to S1, but right now we're on a high, so I thought I'd jump in there and get a quick contact with you. We've had a couple of rain sessions come through this morning, and to 11 a.m. then it stopped, and we got a bit of a clearing, but still overcast. And then the main rain started about 4 p.m. and has been pounding in, and we hope it's gone through by 10 p.m. tonight. We've had about 1 1/4 inches here. So back to you there, Mike. How copy, over?
Yeah, perfect copy. I moved the antenna a little bit, got a little more signal on you. There is a funny little fade on the frequency, but it's chopping everybody up a little bit, but we got you. No problem. Solid copy. Okay, on the 1 1/4 of rain, I think you said. We didn't get that much. We've got just started about 3 o'clock here. We have had no rain until about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So it hasn't started here. It's just getting started now, and we expect it will be supposedly getting a lot of rain, maybe 1 or 2 inches over the next couple of days. We've got our fingers crossed. Hi. Good to hear you, Paul, and I guess you don't have any other stations. Have you heard anything from John, KR6MR, over?
Not tonight. I'll probably catch him on the direct path here, Mike. K6WIS 73.
Okay, 73, Paul. And we'll see you tomorrow night, of course, on 2 meters. And then Friday or Thursday on 432. Sounds good. And a pretty good path here on the bounce path on 1296. So propagation's okay. It's just chopped up a little bit with fading. Good evening to you. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6MYC, beaming the Bay Area, looking for check-ins. Over.
Break.
Go ahead to break.
Mike, WA6AJ. I went down and got Ralph. Check Ralph in. Over.
I got Ralph checked in, number 3. Thank you very much, Mike.
Roger.
All righty. Now, let's see. Anybody else in the Bay Area or anywhere else that has a check-in for us? Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee Charlie standing by.
KJ6TYO 1009.
Okay, KJ6TYO 1009. Got you, Ron. Good to hear you. Strong signal tonight, beaming away from you. Over.
Okay. Well, good. I figure, well, somewhere in the Bay Area, it should come in pretty good. So, all righty, I'll let you pick up all them guys over on the Bay. Have a good one.
Got Ralph down 10.
Ralph is in. I got Ralph checked in. Thank you, John. Mike also worked Ralph in L.A. So it sounds like the path to L.A. is pretty good as well. All right, go ahead for your final there, K6MYC. Go ahead. Okay, not hearing anybody else. We're missing KW6S. I'm pointed a little bit off of him, but I think you should be hearing me, Tom. I can move the antenna back your way. KW6 Sugar, are you there? K6MYC.
W6TQ.
I got 1296. Good evening, Jim. How's the back and how's the wife?
Well, she's still in the hospital. They're still testing her. She went in there and they discovered she was very anemic. So they did an upper GI today. And they're doing a colonoscopy tomorrow. They're looking for the source of the loss of blood, which is what they think is happening. So it's she's looking pretty good after the transfusion, but they don't want to let her go because if they don't find the cause, then she'll be right back in there. So they're still working on her. But aside from the discomfort of going through a colonoscopy, she's fine. And we got about, I would say an inch and a half of rain here today. K6MYC W6PQL.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad that you think they found the source of the bleeding? Did you say they found it after they did the colonoscopy?
No, they haven't done the colonoscopy yet. They did the upper GI where they look in the stomach and so forth. Now they're going in on the other side.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry that they have to keep probing. That's not a good area to be poking around in, but I guess you got to do it. It's a funny thing, but I just wonder if some of this isn't related to some of the vaccinations. I'm assuming your wife had some of the vax, and I've heard 3 of my friends now have suffered from fairly serious but no reason for it, internal bleeding. One of them passed away, so hopefully you've caught this in time. But one of them had internal bleeding, and they didn't catch it in time, and they just died. They got in the hospital, but it was too late, and it was massive, I guess. And I don't know, but I've never had anybody ever had that problem before that I knew, and now all of a sudden I got 3 people that I knew that had it. So hopefully it may or may not be related to the vaccinations. A lot of bleeding issues with the vaccinations, and particularly in women. I think all three of my friends have been women, so that's not good. Anyway, hopefully they'll find it and fix it, Jim, and we'll hear good reports tomorrow night on her recovery, hopefully. W6PQL in the Bay Area. You might want to take a listen and see if we have Mike in here, because sometimes I don't hear Mike on this band. So why don't you give Mike KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie a call, over.
Okay. Hey, Mike, KB6WFC, W6PQL. Are you in here tonight? No, it doesn't sound like Mike's in here tonight. However, this is not related to vaccinations, I'm pretty certain. We haven't been taking the vaccinations since the initial round, the first year. And I haven't thought it was necessary at all since I've had COVID already one time. I'll take my chances, over.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm not hearing Mike. Yeah, well, Mike apparently, as you said, had some wind damage. It spun the antennas around, and maybe that's maybe his 1296 array was part of the array that got spun around in the wrong direction. That shouldn't bother him. If he can rotate, he should be able to get it back in a direction where he can hear us. But it may have caused other problems there. So I will not log him in. I'll take one more standby, and maybe you can keep your ears to the ground and see if you're going to hear anybody else. We've got K6KLY, WA6AXX, at least of those two to check in. Jim JNN is in here with pretty good signal, so that at least worked. QRZ, the Bay Area, QRZ 1296 for check-ins into the Bozo Net. K6MYC standing by. Okay, nothing heard. I'll come back to the Bay Area at the end of the net for late checks and missed on the outside chance that somebody hasn't made it into the shack yet. Mainly KT2G. He's got a booming signal here on 1296. We should hear him if he's there, but I did not hear him. So sometimes he has a late dinner. But he's home, and he should be checking in here. One call, KT2G. How about it, Mark? K6MYC. If not now, a little bit later. Okay, nothing from Mark. Okay, I'm going to go to Oakley. See if we got Ken in there. Okay, I'm sort of in the Oakley direction. N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. Are you there tonight, Ken? Sort of waiting to see if that's a path thing. I don't hear anything at this point. Let's try it again. N6RO. I went back and forth with the antenna, but I couldn't find you. But if you're there, make a longer call. I can sweep. It may be that the path is distorted here. Make a long call, Ken. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC, calling and listening. I'm hearing a voice, but I don't know who it is, and it's not good enough, not a good enough voice level to determine who I'm hearing. Could be a side conversation going on from the Bay Area, but I am hearing a voice in there. But I'll come back. I'll come back in a few minutes and check for N6RO and see if he's in there, and maybe the propagation will improve. In the meantime, I'll go on up here and see if I can hear KR6MR. There we go to Sacramento and Meadow Vista. Here we are up toward Meadow Vista. KR6MR, KR6MR, K6MYC, calling and listening.
Good evening, Mike. K6MYC, KR6MR. The rain gods have been good to us, over.
Well, what do you know? There you are. Q4.5 to Q5. Pretty good. I'm amazed. I did not hear N6RO, and you might take a standby also and see if you can connect with the K6 Whiskey India Sugar up there, Paul in Placerville. He had not heard you earlier. Maybe you were not on. But you might take a standby and see if you can copy him, and I should be able to hear him here as well. KR6MR 759. Go ahead, K6MYC. You completely faded out on me on that one, so maybe you moved the antenna or something. Let me try it this way. K6WIS, K6 Whiskey India Sugar. Paul, are you there? Over. I heard you come back, but very marginal here on the direct path. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, very marginal. 73s, Paul, 73s, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow if you're copying me. 73s, we'll look for you on 432 or 2 meters tomorrow. K6WIS, K6MYC, 73, Paul. Okay, through all of that, has it copy get any better for you, John? KR6MR, K6MYC, any copy? Okay, I'm swinging the antenna back and forth. I didn't copy anything, but I heard you. I'm trying to find the peak, but it's very difficult. The band has got lots of QSB on it. So probably best to just let it go tonight. We had one good transmission from you. And I guess I hit the direction perfect the first time, or the band cooperated, one or the other high. Anyway, good to hear you. Thanks very much for being there as always, John. I know it's a tough path for us here, particularly when we have these big weather disturbances here. 73s for now. KR6MR, K6MYC, 73. Oh, I think I hear you giving me N6RO. I heard N6RO in there. Let me go back that way. I'm not going to get anybody out of Nevada, so I think we're done up here. Let me go back to N6RO and see if we can pull him out. 73, John. 73's Paul, if you're copying. N6RO. Let me come back your way. N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO, N6RO. Go ahead. N6RO, K6MYC. Over. hear you. N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO. N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO, K6MYC, calling and listening. Well, Rob, I've got him listed here. I heard the call sign N6RO. It might have been from John, but I heard N6RO. Somebody said it, and that means he was probably there. They wouldn't mention it if he hadn't tried to get to them. And it might have been him, but I was pointed off in a different direction, so there might be some weird reflections with the rain and all. So check in 8:35, and I've got 7:59 in there also.
Okay, sounds good on Ken. I'll log him in.
Okay, now you weren't here for the first few minutes. Did you have anybody at the beginning I need to go over?
No, I think I've got everybody. John was, K6MI was very early. I heard him when I was downstairs eating. And then, of course, I got Aaron and Brittany, and then AJ and Carrie, so I think I've got them all.
Yeah, okay, and 1009, Ron down there came in.
Yep, got him after you talked to Paul.
Yeah, okay, very good. I think you've got everybody here. All right, let me go back to the Bay Area. We're missing KT2G, and he should be here. KT2G, KT2G, Los Altos. How about it, Mark? KT2G, K6MYC, Bozo Net, calling and listening. How about KW6S? KW6S, KW6S, KW6S.
KW6S, 610.
Yeah, boy, really ready, but I got you. You're Q5 with massive QSB, over.
Yeah, we have a bit of rain activity over here, and that seems to be maybe affecting things a little.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad I came back and got you. And you might take a listen for Kevin. I may not hear Kevin under these conditions, WA6JKN. So why don't you give a call to Kevin and see if he can hear your smoke, over.
Okay, yeah, I'll move the antenna over where I'm a little closer to him. Let's see, WA6JKN, WA6JKN, KW6S.
I don't hear Kevin. Did you hear Kevin come in, WA6JKN? I did not hear a peep, over.
I did not hear him.
Okay, we won't check him in then. Very good, Tom. Boy, we'll let you go. It's just really ratty. You're in and out, massive QSB. And I can't get a peek on you because it's going in and out so fast here. I'm sure you're having trouble with me. Anyway, 7-3, and thanks for making the net. And we'll wrap it for tonight. I think I'm surprised I don't have KT2G in the Bay Area in here. I'll move back up that way and give a few more calls, but I think he isn't in here tonight for some reason. 7-3, Tom, KW6S, K6MYC, 7-3.
And he was there tonight.
What was that, Jim?
52 was in there.
Oh, you got 52. He was there?
Roger.
Oh, good. Okay, I'll have 52 in here. Good deal. You might take a listen and see if you can hear KT2G, Kilo Tango 2 Golf. Mark puts a big signal out with his 10 watts up there in Los Altos. And he should be in here. He's been very active. I know he's home. The only thing that would keep him from being on here is he's having a late dinner. So let me call him one more time here. KT2G with W6PQL and others. K6MYC. Mark, are you here? Is there anybody else in the Bay Area? K6MYC QRZ, Bozo Net, 1296, over.
You're quite strong now, V6JNN.
Yeah, you're pretty good too. I guess I'm pointed right for you, Jim.
There's an airplane in there. I can see it go up and down.
Oh, well, it's very strong. It's holding. You're holding up nicely. About the strongest I've heard you for quite a while on this band, over.
Yeah, exactly. Well, all the rain and everything, who knows? I was hearing you when you were aimed at Tom. I named at Tom as well. And you were all garbly like you were saying he was. So it's strange tonight.
Yeah, you're rocking me here. Just amazingly strong. Let me just give one more call to Mark. K22G, are you there, Mark? I know if I'm pointed right for you, Jim, it's close enough for Mark over there on the other side of the pond. But no copy. Anyway, 7-3, Jim. Glad to have you still listening here and giving me feedback on the weird band tonight. Boy, it's weird. I never did hear N6RO, and I'm pretty sure he was probably trying. I did hear somebody mention his call, so I've logged him in. I'll find out tomorrow night if he was really there or if I just heard somebody talking about him. Anyway, 7-3, Jim. Thanks again. Again, WB6JNN, K6MYC, Bozo Net.
Okay, I heard QIW as well, but he was there on CW, got up to SP, and then Jim switched over to sideband, and he just disappeared. Oh,
okay. Yeah, I know Jim Jetbreast broke in and said he worked him, so that's good. I guess he's active on 222 and 1296, and he doesn't do 432 or 2 meters anymore.
He just does the 2 bands.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, good to hear you. Good that you were getting pretty decent propagation. Apparently, it was pretty good. 2 people worked into L.A. tonight. John, K6MI, worked down that way, and so did WA6AAJ in Clovis, and one from Fresno, John. Both got Ralph, K6TSK in Anaheim, so must be pretty good conditions. It might not be raining on the path. It may be just pushing a frontal bunch of weather, and sometimes that really enhances it. All right, good night, Jim. 7-3. I'm going to go in, and I haven't had dinner yet, so hopefully it'll be ready for me when I get in there. Good evening to you, sir. WB6JNN, K6MYC, clear and listening.
Okay, go have some dinner, and there's a strong front that came to San Francisco. They mentioned it on the south.
You've gone back down into that funny flutter mode where it's up and down in every other word, so I didn't get much of that. I heard the word San Francisco, but that's all.
What's happening here?
Yeah, it's happening again, yep. Okay, Rob, I guess we're done. I don't think there's anybody else. I don't think there's anybody down south that we should point for. I don't think Ian, W6LAD, has this band.
Okay. Do you know if Mike got Ron over there, W6QUI?
Yes, they did get Steve, W6QUI, number 52. They logged him in.
Okay, I gave the wrong call sign for Ron over there in the Atascadero.
Well, I don't know. I don't think he was not attempted. I don't know whether Mike, are you still here? WA6AAJ, Mike? Well, he could usually hear him if he's there, and he probably would have heard him if he'd gone over that way, or even swinging back and forth from Ralph. But if they went off to the other frequency, then that wouldn't have happened. So I can't call him from here. I don't have a path, and nor do you. We'll just have to wait till tomorrow and see if he did check in. If he claims he tried to, if he was there and he claims he was there, we'll put him down. Otherwise, we'll leave it blank, because he doesn't check in on 1296 very often.
Okay, sounds good. We got one less than last week. We've got a total of 17.
Yeah, well, as rough as the conditions were, it doesn't surprise me. But, yeah, we could have used one more in the Bay Area. I guess we've lost Ed up there. He's probably so disgruntled with all the political stuff that he doesn't want to check in anymore. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, and we'll probably be hunkered down tomorrow. It's supposed to rain most of the day, I think, but if it's nice, I'll be out. I was expecting Frank today. I thought he'd be better. He said he would be in here today. He was going to come down yesterday, but I said, well, stay home because you still got a sore knee and so on. So he decided to stay at home and do some stuff he could do there, and I thought he'd be here today, but he didn't show up, nor did he call. So hopefully he didn't have a turn for the worse there. Anyway, 73 Rob, 73 Aaron, and anybody else that's listening here. Good night, all. WB6, K6USY, I should say, and KR6, KM6SRR, K6MYC.
Yeah, good night, Mike. And we will catch you on 2 meters tomorrow night. K6USY, DMO6.
Yeah, we'll see you on 2. I'll be back in the barn tomorrow night. Probably have Judy with me. I didn't have her come out tonight. It was wet and rainy. We had to run through the rain to get here, so she didn't feel too comfortable about doing that. I didn't want her to do that either. And I can usually handle the small count that we get here. Thanks much, guys. See you later. K6MYC, pulling the switch.
Hi, Mike. K6MYC, KM6SRR. 73.
Alrighty, good night to the guys listening on YouTube.
Hey, Aaron, I got your picture of the new